everyone, and welcome to another episode of Los Banos Talk. My name is Justin Collins. Today, I'm going to be talking with Erica Juarez, and she's going to be speaking to us from the Los Banos Chamber of Commerce about the upcoming April Spring Fair. And so, without further ado, I'm going to allow her to introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Erica Jaurez. I'm Secretary of the Los Banos Chamber of Commerce. I'm Secretary of the Friends of the Library of Los Banos, and I am Assistant Manager at the ARCO AMPM here in town.
Great. We're going to be talking about the spring fair, where it's going to be at, what it's going to look like, who's going to be there, so to speak, a little bit, and what we can kind of expect in just a moment, right after a brief message from our sponsor. And we're back. Thanks for watching. Alrighty. Erica, what day is this spring fair going to be?
It's going to be April 17th, Saturday.
Okay, great. And like what time is it going to be? From when to when?
It's going to be, for the public, it's going to start at 8:30, and then it ends at about 3 o'clock.
What kind of vendors and events, activities, etc. can we expect to see there?
There's going to be informational booths that are from businesses like State Farm Insurance, the Downtown Association, Los Banos Talk. There's going to be the VFW, American Legion, is going to have informational booths. There's going to be an informational booth about the new ARCO AMPM. And I know there's probably going to be some job applications out there for people. And then we have crafting booth, craft vendors like Deevee's Designs. She makes wood signs that are laser carved, very cool. We have Bonita Soul, that's going to have handcrafted crocheted dolls and 3D picture frames. There's going to be candle makers, jewelry vendors. There's going to be a lot of people promoting their businesses, especially after this pandemic. We're going to be able to really help businesses get out there and for the public to remember who they are and what they're doing for our community.
And there's also going to be a kids train, and I actually have a picture of it here. That
Yes, we're very happy that was approved by the city.
So let's talk food a bit. What kind of food vendors might we see here?
Some of the food types that we're going to have are like there's going to be Portuguese food, there's going to be Dippin' Dots, there's going to be kettle corn, and all kinds of different sweets. We're going to have chocolates and much more.
Great. And my understanding is that you guys are still accepting applications for vendors, right?
Absolutely.
So if somebody wanted to vend as a food vendor, how could they get in touch with you to be a part of this? Or if they were a vendor of a retail or wanted an informational booth, how could they get into the fair?
Los Banos Chamber office is located at 932 6th Street here in Los Banos. The phone number is 209-826-2495. The vendors will be able to bring all their things onto 6th Street up until 8 a.m. when all the vehicles need to be removed from 6th Street. Vendors are to park behind the buildings, and then the public will be on the outer streets. 5 a.m. is about the time they put out the barricades that will be blocking the 6th Street starting from Santa Fe Market to Bank of America.
So basically, to recap, 6th Street's going to be blocked for the duration of the event. You're not going to be able to park there. Vendors are going to park behind their respective buildings. I'm going to show you a couple parking lots here. All right, so to give you a better idea of where this fair is going to take place, I'm showing you a Google Earth image basically of 6th Street so you get an idea of where this is going to be. So 6th Street's basically like the main street of Los Banos. In fact, it actually used to be named Main Street and it was renamed to 6th Street. And it is the primary street, really, of downtown. But this whole street's going to be closed off, so you won't be able to park on the street. But I'm going to show you a couple places that you can and probably should park at. So, a couple places you'll probably be able to park. So, right here is a decent little sized parking lot at 7th and J Street. This is a pretty good place where you should be able to find some parking, and it's very close to the venue. You just simply walk up here, and then there you are. Now, vendors are instructed to essentially park behind their building, so you're going to see this lot and this lot here are most likely going to be taken up. That's basically where most of the vendors are going to park. So those lots are probably not going to be available. Now, there's a little bit of parking here at the Bank of America and a little bit at Wool Growers, but realistically speaking, you're not really going to be able to. This will fill up very fast, and this won't probably even really be available, especially not for this event, as it's really the parking lot for the restaurant. Now, it'll probably fill up fast too, but there's a little bit of parking here behind Chase Bank. There's also some parking over here off K Street. You're probably noticing this parking right here in this area. This, however, is the city hall. And so, realistically speaking, if you're not there for city hall related business or to pay your water bill or something like that, you shouldn't be occupying this space for a long time. You are allowed to park on the adjacent streets. And if you'll notice, there is diagonal parking that goes up, the sides of these streets. So essentially, another place that you can park is up and down the sides of all these adjacent streets. So your first bet is you can park in one of the various parking lots. But if you're not able to get one, you still can park along the street, but you're not going to be able to park along 6th Street itself. So parking is always a difficulty for these kind of events, especially when they're downtown and there's not too much parking. So be sure to plan. And another thing is that if you're close enough to walk, maybe consider walking as opposed to driving and parking. So, what's going to be different about this spring fair compared to last spring fairs or previous spring fairs due to COVID?
Well, we have to do the social distancing, the 6 feet apart. So the vendors are going to be 6 feet apart. So the booths are going to be lined down the street on each side of the street. They're not going to be down the center to leave enough room for all the vendors. The booths will still be 12 by 12, but they will be 6 feet apart. We're going to have vendors are encouraged to use hand sanitizers and wash their hands as much as possible. All vendors will be wearing masks during the event. So will the public. They are to wear the masks. Vendors are encouraged to use touchless payment, and the train is going to be sanitized every single route, and the vendors are going to be sanitizing their areas as much as possible.
All right. So, Erica, is there anything else you'd like to let the audience know before I let you go?
Yeah, I would like the audience to know that this event is going to be the first open public event since the pandemic, and it's going to be very beneficial to the businesses and to the Chamber of Commerce to get this event successful. And we hope that the community likes it.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Once again, if you haven't already, please like, follow, subscribe to Los Banos Talk. We have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and of course, LosBanosTalk.com. You can become a supporter of Los Banos Talk for just $4.99 a month and receive all the videos first and ad-free, as well as bonus behind the scenes and exclusive content. Once again, my name is Justin Collins, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.